Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I've come on today to talk about one of the new sets that's going to be in the new catalogue, which will be available from next week. And this is Good Morning Magnolia. This is a beautiful set. It comes as part of a whole suite, but today I was just about to just relax a wee bit and do a bit of colouring. Try and just a little idea that I wanted to try. Again, it's just a fairly simple stamping and a bit of colouring here, a little bit of die cutting. What I'm going to use really is this big flower stamp from the set. I'm not using anything from this half of the set, but just to let you see, although I've already taken, there's 4 stamps in this set. I've already put the ones that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the thanks, and I'm going to use the big flower stamp in this. Okay, so if you just bear with me, I'll pop this stamp set to the side. And what I've done is I've just got a card base cut in Whisper White. It's just half a sheet folded in half, and then I've cut a piece of Whisper White just about 2 millimeters smaller all round than the card base. So what I want to do here is just basically going to do a bit of stamping and a bit of colouring with my blends. I fancied having some blue flowers. I'm going to use my blends to do that, and just bear with me and see what unfolds. Okay, if you want to cut to the chase, you can always fast forward this. So I've got a really untidy desk. I really need to just clean it all up and get a lot of things put away. But I was feeling a bit creative. I've been at my day job today and I just wanted to relax a wee bit, so I just thought I'd share it with you. So no great explanations tonight, just if you want to watch me, fine. If you don't, then that's fine too. But I know that some people just like to share the creative process. So I'm just inking up this huge stamp with Memento because I want to use my blends, and as some of you will know, blends are alcohol markers, and the Memento ink works with alcohol markers. Okay, Memento ink doesn't work with, I don't know why I'm putting my ink away. I'm going to do, what I wanted to do is I want to have a large part of the flower. I want to use a large part of the flower here on this corner. So maybe turn it slightly that way. I'm stamping it off on the corner a wee bit. Just press it down. I find this quite heavy with the huge block, but it's what you need for this stamp. So there you go. And then I'm going to turn this around, ink up my stamp again. In fact, I wonder, I'm thinking I might just, I think I'll put the sentiment, I'm just straightening it a wee bit. I want to put the sentiment in this space actually. So I've got a little bit of a wee ink mark there, and if I put the sentiment there it will distract from it. So I'm just using thanks as my sentiment here. Yeah, that distracts it. Look at the beautiful font. It's lovely. And then I'm going to ink up the stamp again. I'm going to turn this around just to make it easier. I must have had some ink in my fingers when I was cutting my card and I didn't see it, so there's a tiny wee bit here, but because I'm going to stamp on this, it just will not be noticed. So that's that inked up. And then I'm going to look to see as much of this flower as we can get on here. I think maybe about there. Yeah, that's quite nice. So I am going to put this over to get cleaned. Just take the worst of it off with my microfiber cloth, and then I'll clean my stamp properly once I've finished filming. Have you received your copy of the annual catalogue yet? Do you want me to send you one out? If you're in the UK and you need one sent out, just get in touch and we can arrange that. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually die cut out. I'm using these stitched rectangles. Where are you? Rectangle stitch framelit dies. I haven't used them yet, so I've chosen, I'll let you see, it's an amazing set. And the thing it does is it leaves the stitch line on the bit you cut out, but also the bit that's left behind gets the stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually wonder, I might try see, I don't know whether to use. It's like they're welded to the paper though, just bear with me. I couldn't decide which size I'm going to use, and of course you'll not be able to help me because you probably don't even know what I've got in my head. Do I know what I've got in my head? That's the other question. Right, so don't know whether to do the bigger one or the smaller one. Do you know what? I'm going to use the bigger one. Big decisions. Big decisions. Right. Because I'm going to pop this through and I want it in a specific place, I am going to use just a little bit of washi tape here on the whoops. See, it moved already. And on this corner, but I'm going to keep that away from the sentiment because I don't want to pull up the ink by accident. Now I'm going to pop this through my Big Shot. Not sure that's straight, but then do you know what? It doesn't matter. No. Does it? Yeah, it does. Just making sure there's eyesight in it. I'm just going to pop this through my cutting machine, but I'm not bringing that on camera. Those of you who know me know that I just don't like doing that. So just bear with me. All will be revealed in the course of time. So I've cut that out. Was I saying earlier on, if you want a catalogue, just get in touch if you're in the UK and you want me to send you one out if you don't already have a demonstrator. If you don't have one but you have a demonstrator, get in touch with your demonstrator and she'll send you one out. Right, this is part of the card too, so I don't want to, whoops. Right, so we've got that, and we've got that. I'm actually going to use this, and I'm going to cut out a couple of pieces in scrap, oops, of this. Just bear with me, maybe I should have done this before, but as I say, you can always fast forward if you're bored and you just want to see what I actually make. I won't be long, I'll be as quick as I can. Doesn't want to go through. Right, I think we're about to have some action here. I'll put that to the side just now. I'll maybe need that again in a little while, so right. Let's put that on the side. Right, so we've got right, I've got two spare bits just in Whisper White that I've cut out. They're a bit scrushed, but it really doesn't matter. So I've been letting the ink dry a little bit. So what I want to do is stick this down onto the card front. So I need some glue, and I had glue just a minute ago, and the minute I go on to film, it disappears on me. I'm just going to put just some dots of glue on this. You could do it with tape. I just don't trust myself to get it lined up properly, especially on a video. Just putting some dots of glue all over. Of course my glue's running out. Right, we'll see if we can get this onto the card front as straight as we can. Just tiniest wee border. There we go. And I'm just, there you go. That's the frame onto the card. We'll leave that to dry. And while we're on here, we'll just, these two bits are just going to be for building up. I'm just going to use a different glue because that one was a bit slow in coming out. Some dots of glue. It's a matter of just what's to hand sometimes, so just going to make these two bits layer together. They're going to be completely out of sight. I'm just using them instead of dimensionals because I don't want such a thick layer. I'm hoping that two will be enough there. And you'll see a dirty mark there. I don't know what that's from, but this is going to be underneath, so it's not going to be visible. Right, so the next bit is to colour this in. So again, using my blends, I've got a pair of Granny Apple Green, a light and a dark, and I've got Balmy Blue, light and dark, and I've got Light Mango Melody. So on both flowers I'm just going to colour in the little stamen bits in the middle where all the pollen is. do that on both flowers. And then I'm going to take my dark balmy blue, and I'm just putting some strokes of the dark balmy blue where it's likely to be darkest. I'm not taking a lot of trouble over this, just using the lines as a wee guide. If you want to take your time over this, you can just do one petal at a time. And then I'm going to take my light balmy blue, and I'm using the brush end, and I'm just basically taking that over the top. This is where I'll go all quiet. I'm so excited, so excited about the new catalogue going live next week. There's so many things in it. It's just so wonderful this time. Really some great sets. And if you haven't already seen, if you follow me and you're in the UK, have a look at my blog. I'm offering a kit using the Free as a Bird stamp set. If you have a wee look on my blog, you'll see that. And a couple of videos ago I did do a very simple stamping card with the Free as a Bird set. I want to do the same thing on this, just on all the petals, just putting a bit of the dark in, the shady bits. Use the dark lines that are already there to give you a clue. What was I saying? Yeah, have a wee look. I'm offering a kit which is a stamp set and all the things that you need to make 10 cards, two of each of 5 different designs that I've designed myself, and everything that is cut out there for you. All the die cuts and the punch bits are all supplied, ribbon, embellishments, all the things that you will need to make those cards. And then once you've made those 10 cards, you'll still have your stamp set, and you'll still have some of the bits and pieces that came with it, because I will give you wee bits of extra in there. So if that's something that you're interested in, I am going to be doing product-based kits and product-based classes over this coming few months, just to see how that goes. So, do you know, if there's something, a set that you think would work well as a kit, let me know. I'm open to suggestions and conversations about it. After all, I am a demonstrator and I'm here to help, so sometimes you don't know what people are wanting because they don't tell you. So I've done this very quickly. Obviously at home you can take much more time over this. So again, I'm just going to take the dark granny apple green and just basically put some wee bits of, and then obviously where the shadows will be, it'll be darker. This stamp's particularly good because it does put quite a lot of the shade in for you when you stamp. So there we go. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to put the colour in this part that I've cut out. I'm not going to colour in the bit on the frame. So there we go. That's those leaves, and then we'll just do these leaves. Obviously you can take much more time, but as you can see, without very much skill at all, you can make a really nice job of this. And just take the light one over it again. Very simple card really, although there's a few steps to it to do what I want to do. It's a colouring in, and this is so relaxing. Even chattering to you while I'm doing it, that's amazing. I think, you know, my heart's slowing down, my blood pressure's slowing down. I just feel so much more relaxed. If you don't believe me, try it. Try the colouring in. go just last wee bit. Did that the wrong way round, but you know, just take the light back over and do you know what looks fine? I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to put a lid on all my pens. There we go. And that's that bit. And as you see, that will slot in there like that. But I thought I'd just do another wee thing that I thought was quite effective, was to put this through this gorgeous, what do you call it, Subtles embossing folder. So I'm just going to pop this through my machine and just bear with me. I went a bit squint, but hey, that's alright. I like just to add the texture in there, and then we're going to put a bit of glue on the back. Maybe need to take the lid off the glue first, Janice. Just a few dots of glue. Oh my goodness. The camera had cut out. I don't know what I was doing when it cut out, so I'm just going to show you what I just was doing there. Was I've layered this up. I put this through the embossing folder, the Subtles embossing folder, and then I've layered it up on two spare bits of card, and then I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this and finish the card off. I really don't know where the film cut out. I don't know what bit I was at, so I'm sure you'll have seen enough to get the gist of what I'm doing here. So basically I'm just fitting that back into the hole there. Just making sure, so it only raises it up very slightly, it doesn't. I'm just wanting to making sure that that's sitting in there nicely. Yeah, it is, and you've got the line of stitching around the outside. You see it there? Can you see that? So there you go. What do you think? A wee thank you card. I like that. I don't know if you like the finish of that or not. It's not properly dry, I'm just letting it. I would have let it dry normally. If I wasn't filming, I would have just let it each layer dry before I would add on. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So please press subscribe and press the bell icon so you get notified when there's more videos coming out. There's loads more sets in this catalogue that I'm desperate to share with you. I can't wait to share it all with you. Pardon me. So from the 4th of June, the new catalogue, the 2019 annual catalogue goes live. So it depends when you're watching this, how long you've got to wait. And please share this video with anyone that you think might be interested in crafting or alcohol marker pens or any of the things that I've shown. Thanks very much. See you soon. Okay, so technology's not my thing. Neither is crafting by the looks of it. I was just uploading the clips to make this into the video when I realised that I've actually stuck this on. It was stuck on like that, and probably some of you are already screaming at me that that's not right, it doesn't look right. So I've taken it off and I think you'll see a difference. when I put a bit of glue on here. Luckily the glue was still a bit wet, so it peeled off not too badly, so I think it'll be okay. Do you know, sometimes I do, because I'm tired and I'll just make mistakes, but I wanted to craft, so do you know, if I don't do these things when it comes, do you know, when the mood takes me. Right, so let's get it round the right way where the actual leaves match up properly. Let's get this in here. So basically another film with a blooper in. Seems I'm better at bloopers than I am. But hey, look, I've shown you how to fix a mistake, because let's, at the end of the day, we're all human. We all make mistakes. It's how, you know, it's how we deal with our mistakes that counts in life. So I didn't get too upset. I just thought, I'll try and see if I can peel it off. There you go. Do you not think that looks a bit better? So there we go. It's got a sort of layered look. Now what I didn't show you before is that, because I couldn't find it when I went, I did do this earlier on today. I did it in Flirty Flamingo, and I did a smaller card because it fitted with the dies, but I actually wanted to have do it on my normal size card, because I've got the envelopes to fit, etc., and then I'd have to make an envelope to fit this, and then it's just making it in, you know, a simple job into a big job. So I've brought this to let you see. So you tell me, what do you like best, the little cute one or this one? But that's it the right way round. I'm sure that'll save you screaming at me that it's upside down. Or did you not notice? Well, I did, and it would have annoyed me, so I'm glad I've sorted it. Thank you very much. If you know anyone that enjoys watching someone that makes lots of mistakes and blethers a load of rubbish, then share my video with them. Thank you very much.